So let's think of a way where I can put some layers in this design. Client comes to me and says, you know what, I want to lose a little bit of length and I want to create some layers. I want to be introduced to layers. I'm going to show you a quick and easy haircut, okay? So I don't believe in, if I'm not looking for a hard visual straight line, why would I take all those sections and try and make it perfect? If I'm going to create a textured perimeter, why can't I just take this whole head at one time? I can handle that amount of hair. If you can't, you can practice it. If you don't want to, then of course you can subsection. Maybe I'll do this in 2 sections if she's got really thick hair. This is a mannequin. She doesn't. This is your typical client right here. I'm taking it all at one time. She wants me to take a little bit of length off. I'm bringing it all to the back. There's a little lateral direction, okay, with 0 elevation. I don't want to create graduation. I'm just going to take this length off. Notice I'm cutting between my hand and the head shape. That's so I can create texture. And I'll be able to move throughout the head shape. So I just cut the back profile. We always make sure that we're paying attention to the big picture, which means everything. You, your body position, the client, everything. Notice when I'm not cutting with my feet together, my back is bent, my wrists are like this, okay? I'm standing proper, I'm balanced, I can move in and out, I can move up and down. My legs are stronger than my lower back. If you don't believe me, continue doing hair with your feet together and watch in about 5 years, you'll remember this conversation we're having. Okay, I'm just bringing everything straight down, cutting her perimeter. Guide falls out, I'm just cutting, all right? This is a loose perimeter. Notice how I'm opening up my work area every time I go to cut. I'm making sure that she's at 90, she's away from me, open it up. If she's like this, that means I have to get down lower. So if she's opened a little bit, it's better for her and for you. And I tell all my clients to sit still and shut up. I'm serious. But I tell them in a nice way. I tell them this. Hey, listen, if you want the best haircut that I can give you, I really want to concentrate on this haircut. So if possible, can we not have any conversation for about 15 minutes? That's all it's going to take me to do this haircut. And also, I need your help within this haircut. Please don't move your head unless I move it, because I'm really depending on the position of your head to make my work accurate. Could you help me? Yeah. So I've never had a client go, nah, I'm going to move my head whenever I want to, and please, can we talk? I've always told them that. So therefore, I've got 15 minutes that I don't have to do anything but concentrate on that haircut. If your movements are done with discipline, you don't have to check the hair, okay? I've seen people do the Stevie Wonder hair check. You seen it? You haven't seen it? They grab a piece from each side by the ear like this, and they close their eyes and feel it. Don't do that. If I move with discipline, I paid attention to the big picture, my body was there, I tilted her head, I don't have to check the haircut. For me, I've always decided this. Am I checking to see if I'm right or checking to see if I'm wrong?
Neither.
If you're right.
There's no right or wrong.
I don't know.
If I move with discipline, I don't have to spend and waste that time checking. Okay, because I have a business to run. I'm going to get through the haircut. I'm going to give her what she needs within her limitations. I'm going to use my own artistic interpretation of what I think she wants. Okay, then I'm going to satisfy her needs with product at the end, because when you have a client that says, I can never make my hair look like you do, that's because you're using crap products at home that's not going to perform the same. If you use something different, then you're going to get different results, okay? So I've cut the perimeter. She goes, Rafe, I want to keep my fringe long, and I want to be able to tuck it behind my ear. Okay, no problem. So if I know if it reaches her chin, that it will go behind her ear. So here we go. I'm just taking out this fringe area, and watch what we're going to do. Taking out the fringe. I'm elevating why? Why am I elevating this fringe area? If I can do a graduated bob in the back, right? Why can't I do a graduated fringe in the front? So why would I want to do this? Comb it straight down, cut a hard visual line because there's no graduation in it. I've just cut a one-length bob on her fringe. Everything's coming down and being cut. So if I start to elevate it, does it start to expand that fringe and make some graduation and make it softer? So elevate it. Simple as that. Anytime I change this movement, elevation, I'm changing the softness of the perimeter. I want to create a nice little arc right around her face, so why don't I do this? I can laterally direct it, distance equals length. What side's going to be longer? Her right or left side? If I hold it out at 90 and I give it a twist, now left becomes right, right becomes left. So this side's traveling to the right side, her right side's traveling to her left. Now I still have to choose a finger angle. What angle am I going to cut this fringe? Well, I want it at her chin, so I know I need to come out a little bit more. I want this side to be longer because her hair is parted on this side, so I have to move my finger angle out. And then cut. Okay? So what happens is I'm getting length to the right side. To the left side, it's a little bit shorter, but can you see the arc that's cut in there? So now I just framed her face and kept her symmetrical. It is symmetrical because she parts her hair on the left side, so the right side's got to be longer. If I'm cutting a weight line in a head of hair, and her hair is parted on the left side, when I pick her hair up, this side needs to be longer so that all that hair reaches that corner and creates that weight. If I do a symmetrical haircut, everything straight out, straight off, parted on the side, do we see lines of gradation in the haircut? So the first thing we do is do what? Grab those blending shears, right? And start blending those lines out. You don't have to do that if you follow her natural design line and you create softer layers. So now it's down by her chin, this side's a little longer, this side's a little bit shorter. I don't even want to think about connecting that front right now. So she says, Rafe, I want to create a little bit of volume in my crown, but I don't want my hair to be really thin. No problem. So we take this up and over the head shape. I'm taking it away from me. It's wrapping around the head shape. I know that I have to meet this corner in the front, this corner, so I have to get into the crown area and get to that corner quickly. But I'm going to do it in over direction, creating rounded layers, okay? So I'm wrapping it straight across at 90 degrees. Now I'm in the crown, right? So how short do I want the crown to be? So I'm moving this up and over the head shape, shorter to longer. Notice I'm moving out, trying to get to that existing length of that corner. See it just fall out? So I know that I've left my corner here. So now I've got perfect layers and I've left her corner and my crown area is short, moving to this length all in one section. And all of the layers are now rounded because I wrapped it around a rounded object. Do you see the roundness of the layers? It's not straight across. So here we go, watch. I'm up and over. This is her right front. I'm taking it up and over the head shape, elevation 9 degrees. I'm going to use this guide that I cut in through the crown area. That's where I'm getting on the highway, and I'm cutting shorter to longer again, letting that corner fall out of my fingers. Okay, so I just cut her right side all at one time. Did I keep the corner here? Yes, I did, but it's very thin. Why is it thin? Because I cut all the way to it. I didn't get out early and leave a really thick corner. I changed my finger angle to meet that corner. And there's not a lot of hair right here on this mannequin. So if I was to hold this straight up and cut it straight off, boom, look, there's her fringe. That is the fringe that I cut earlier. If I cut from the crown area to the fringe, what happens to that corner? So it's easier to get out of that corner and move through the head shape, up and over the head shape, shorter from the crown, longer to the front, leaving that corner. What if I wanted to leave more density to the corner? What could I have done differently?
Could you have let some of the hair down?
Get out earlier. That's an answer, yes. That means, getting out earlier means this. Changing my finger angle so that I'm getting out of there earlier. I'm not cutting all the way to the corner. Good answer. What's another thing?
Leave some of the hair down.
If I leave some of the hair down, then I have disconnection in the layers. Good thinking, though. Remember, we talked about move. Go ahead. Who said it? You were on your way. Laterally direct the hair. Distance equals length. So watch this. As I'm cutting, can I move away from the front? Now I'm letting more of that corner fall out of my fingers because I'm moving away from it, right? Can I wrap more around the head shape?
Yeah.
And create distance? It has to go around a rounded object. That's a lot longer distance than straight across, isn't it? So now I'm moving it away and over, and I'm changing my finger angle out. So now I just changed how that side moves because I moved.